So, almost by popular demand, and mostly because I spent most of my day Snapchatting while I was doing, I finished my Orc Maw Crusher today. It's a cool Age of Sigmar model. I got him hanging out on the table behind me. This is, 2 or 3 hours of my day that I spent just messing around with a Warhammer model. I thought I'd take it all from Snapchat, where originally I was just messing with it, put it in iMovie, and just let people know what I'm into. I paint these models all the time. Every now and then somebody's like, "Oh, Ben, that's cool," or, "What exactly are you doing, and why do you like that?" And so I hope, this video shows a little bit of my passion, something I'm really into, and hopefully you get a little bit of enjoyment out of it. All the techniques I do are super simple. I've been messing around with these games for about 17 years now, on and off, so that's kind of crazy. But all these things are something I've learned very recently. I got a book about painting this particular army right when I bought them, and it almost revolutionized how I do this stuff. My friend Adam out at Alpha Omega Hobbies in Quincy here, tons of help, taught me a ton. So over the last year here, there's been some way for me to keep my sanity, a way for me to have a little more enjoyment in my life. And so I figured I'll make a little web document, let you guys know about it. So enjoy. I'll include some pictures of the Games Workshop model, what their studio painter looks like, really cool. And then my work, which, is a little different, but equally as cool, and a little expression of my own creativity. So this is Gordrak, Fist of Gork. He's the leader of the Ironjawz faction. This is my paint job for the Ironjawz that I came along with and decided I liked. I think it looks cool. And this is my leader, where I started with him today, and the project that I decided to finish. I think I'm going to finish this model here today. This is a Maw Crusher. He's going to have a orc there on his back. Started this almost a year ago now, but I primed him all black, and the red came out pretty nice and pretty sparkly. That little blue shit's just from where the rider stuck to him while I was dry fitting it all. And the wings here were black, but we had a pretty cool gray highlight on them, and they ended up looking pretty realistic. He kind of has that sketchy look that I normally have, but I think he's pretty fucking cool. It took me a year to actually put this guy all together and paint him. I primed him before I even moved from state college, but he turned out pretty fucking badass. Pretty cool, right?
Oh, well, thank you. I decided to take a break from Nurgle today, and I often get asked, Grimskull, is it hard to fight? I say no. Being war boss is easy. It is hard to fight with a Cadillac on your back, though.
Just a little demo real quick, and then I'll mess around with the base. We got our buddy Elmer right here. Love him. We're going to go right here, and we're just going to dab some out. You don't need a ton, because it sticks pretty well. But you just kind of want to drift it out naturally. Make sure there's some weird little patches so that, again, this is the Badlands. This is where, grass grows a little sparsely. And again, I'm trying to keep it out of his shadow just so it, looks like he's posed there. Dry brush correct, call it even. You're about to have true work art on your hand when you have your nice little fucking African safari style base all set up, ready to go. Probably get a little. So I just hit this with a wash Agrax Earthshade. That's a real dark brown ink. You can see how it kind of pools there. Normally if you're painting a model that'd suck, but on this it looks cool. Makes it look wet, looks muddy. We're going to go back again with a lighter brown, and we're just going to hit these edges, maybe this sand here, and just kind of break up the color even a little bit more, make it look a little more erratic. And then I might come back with the static grass again, and just, do a couple more dabs here and there, just so it has a little more life and a little more pop. But I'll probably end up mounting the boss on here first, just to kind of get a play for the field. So here's boss actually mounted on his base. I just stuck him on there, so it's not quite dry yet. But you see we got the nice little muddy areas in the back. And we got some more raised areas, particularly over here where we're seeing some nice color coming through. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back where there's these dead areas. And if we can get back in here, maybe back in here, back by the tail. And just put some more of that grass there. And I'm just going to use Elmer's glue and just kind of get after it. It's pretty easy technique to do, and it'll make him look again, like he's actually riding through something and not just some desolate wasteland. That's another look you could go for, though. So this is what we're using, scorched grass. We got them in here. If you can see the debris from earlier, we're just going to go back in there, dip a little bit the whole way around there. Now when I do this, I just take a handful, just go right in there. Make sure you get enough on there. And using a box or something like this lets you stay messy, lets you really get in as much as you want and get them looking really, really sharp. Alright, now we got plenty applied and he's fixed that base, so you can just literally turn them just like that. You know, be careful because he just stuck them on there. But you see, you get a little natural spread. The glue will kind of push around back here, kind of roughed up against the edge, so that's cool. And then we'll hit him with the hairdryer quick, and he should be good to go. So we have what's left over here. You can just get that down in the corner and just dump it right back in there, and then you can use it for later. It's not, you know, ruined or anything. If you're doing 40K models, Tyler, you might actually want to go get some gravel, some sand or something, and then you can just use that instead. Same method though, just you probably want more of like an urban. That's him all finished up there. He's on a nice base. He's, you know, big, intimidating. I can't get a great angle on all parts of him because I'm turning him on my wrist, but I'm not by any means a really great painter. But all these colors are just, you know, like base coats, and then basically hit back with a dry brush of a lighter color, and that's what gets all the nice little highlights and whatnot. This guy's kind of an expensive model, but I probably ended up being like 10 or 12 hours of work messing with this guy between building him, painting him, basing him, and it's just kind of a fun project. He's going to look cool on the tabletop, and I got some boys down there that he's going to be the leader for, so that's pretty cool. Guys, it's my whole process for the day, I guess. Something I'm really proud of. It's super fun to do. The boss right here, naturally, in all of his splendid glory. I guess I'll take this. I'm going to post it on Facebook. Probably add it to my YouTube and just see where this goes. But that's a good day's work, boys. Wah!